I stole a beer, drove home, there was only one left.
Hey there, my name's Dave and welcome to another Guitar Zero to Hero song tutorial. In this lesson, I'm going to teach you how to play Willing and Able by NOAH KAHAN. There's some beautiful fingerpicking in this song. I'm effectively going to be teaching you two different ways of playing this. For the first method, you'll need your guitar in standard tuning and a capo on the 4th fret of your guitar. For the second method, it's very similar, except there's one string that we need to detune, and this is how I believe that NOAH KAHAN plays it live. I've analysed a few of his live performances, and I'll be teaching you the exact chord shapes he uses there. If you're looking to improve your fingerpicking, then be sure to check out my free mini course, Fingerpicking Foundations, which features 3 amazing exercises for building clarity and control in your picking hand. I'll leave a link to that in the description. Alternatively, if you're fairly new to guitar and you're looking to build a strong and solid foundation, but you don't know where to start, then check out the Guitar Zero to Hero Premium course and membership, which gives you all the guidance to play with confidence. I'll leave a link to that in the description. Let's jump into the lesson. So starting with the standard tuned version, I'm going to teach you the intro. Now, whether you play the standard tuning version or the tuning that NOAH KAHAN uses, the fingerpick riff in the intro and the verse will be exactly the same. There's no change there. It's just in the chorus where some of the shapes differ. Now, if this intro is too difficult for you, do not despair. You can basically just play what's in the verse, which I'll teach you later on, and that's a lot simpler to play. So for the intro, we're just going to take our index and middle finger and put them on the 4th frets relative to the capo on the 5th and 1st strings. Now in terms of fingerpicking, NOAH just likes using his thumb and index finger to fingerpick. You could use your thumb, index, and middle finger if you wanted, and assign the index to the 2nd string and ring to the 1st string. But I'm going to play it the way that NOAH does, so with just the thumb and index finger. So for the first half of this bar, we'll pinch the 5th and 1st strings together, and then we're going to go 2nd string, 5th, and 2nd. Alright, so the first half. Now for the next half of the bar, we're going to pinch again, but this is probably the trickiest bit of the song. You're going to have to pinch, hammer on with your pinky to the 7th fret of the 1st string. So it's a bit of a stretch there, but thankfully you only need to do it very quickly because you're hammering on and pulling off. So you're going to hammer that pinky finger onto the 7th and pull it in a downwards direction if you can to get that pulled off note. And then we're going to pull off our middle finger one more time. So the middle finger will go in a downwards direction, and that will basically flick the open 1st string. Okay, so that motion in total. Now that is all in one pinch and one motion, which will sound like this. All right, takes a little bit of practice to get used to, but just keep at it. After that final pull off, you're gonna then pluck the open 2nd string. So the 2nd half in total. And the bar in total. For the 2nd bar, you'll shift your index finger down to the 2nd fret of the 5th string. We'll pinch the 5th and 1st string, and it's an open 1st string here, and hammer your middle finger onto that 2nd fret. Now, we'll then hit the 2nd string, 5th, and 2nd. So that's the first half. For the 2nd half, we'll do something similar as in the 1st bar, except the pinky stretch won't be as far. It's just 2 frets up from our middle finger. So pinch, hammer on, pull off again, and then the open 2nd string. That's all fairly fast and in one motion. All right, and the bar in total. Now for the 3rd bar, we're then going to just lift all our fingers off the fretboard. We're going to pinch the 5th and 2nd string and hammer our middle finger onto that 2nd fret. All right, and then bass note, 1st string, bass note. All right, so the first half. For the 2nd half, we'll start with the pinch again, but we're going to be pinching and pulling off. All right, so flick that middle finger in a downwards direction. And then bass note, 2nd, bass note. So the 2nd half of the bar, and the bar in total. The 4th bar is just a repetition of the 3rd bar, so nothing new to learn there. And we string that all together, and this is the intro riff, which is just a beautiful finger-picked melody. And for the intro, that's just played through twice. Next is the verse. Now, you can also play this verse in the intro if that intro was too difficult for you. For the verse, we're starting off that same position at 4th frets on the 5th and 1st strings. So we'll just pinch those 2 strings, and then we'll go bass note, 2nd string, and bass note. And that is the first half of the bar. 1, 2, 3. Now, essentially, we're always going to be plucking our thumb on the beat. Now, the timing is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that first half, 1, 2, 3. And we repeat that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shift down 2 frets, play the exact same thing. Now, for the 3rd bar, it is identical to the 3rd bar in the intro. So to recap, the 5th and the 2nd string, hammering on our middle finger onto the 2nd fret. Then bass note, 1st string, bass note. And then for the second half, another pinch, pull off your middle finger, and then bass note, 2nd string, bass note. And all together. We repeat that for the 4th bar. So the verse just sounds like this in total. And that's repeated through 4 times. Next is the pre-chorus. Now, there's 2 lines of tab here. The first line of tab, we start off in the 2nd fret position, and we're just playing half of the bar in this position. So it's the pinch, bass note, 2nd string, bass. All right, so 1, 2, 3. Then we move up to the 4th position, play the second half of the bar. And then we're playing in open positions. So just lift all your fretting fingers and play the same picking pattern. So pinch of the 5th and 1st string, bass note, 2nd string, bass. And that's for a full bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So those 2 bars together. The 3rd and the 4th bar are identical to the 1st and 2nd bar. And this line of tab is going to be played through twice. For the 2nd line of tab, we then go back to the 2nd fret position, and we're playing this for a full bar. So those 2 halves followed by 1 final pinch. So the 2nd line of tab. So that's the pre-chorus in total. Now remember that first line of tab is played through twice. I'll just play it all through right now, but I'll just play that first line of tab through once, just as a quick demonstration, but in the song you'll play it through twice. Now we get to the chorus, which is the only other part of the song to learn. Now, first I'll show you how to play this in standard tuning, then I'll show you the chord shapes that NOAH uses when he plays this live. And for that version, you need to detune one of your strings. Now, the strumming pattern for this chorus is quite simple. We're just going to use a pattern that goes like this. Down, down, up, played through twice, and that will cover 1 bar. So down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The first chord is an A sus2, and we've got to have our index finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string, ring finger on the 4th fret of the 3rd string, and pinky finger on the 5th fret of the 2nd string. Now, you just want to focus on the middle 4 strings here when you're strumming. So we're going to play this for 1 full bar. And then we're going to shift our pinky finger down 1. So this is an A sus2 sharp 11. Then we're going to play an E5 chord. Now it's the same as our E sus2 chord shape, except we're moving our index finger up so that it covers the 5th and 4th string on that 2nd fret. And we're going to let our open 6th string ring out here. So that's the E5. We're going to play that for 1 bar. Now when I'm strumming with my fingers, I'm just kind of using the side of my index finger there to brush down. And on the upstroke, I'm kind of using the side of my thumb. It gives you a bit more attack and a bit more volume when you dig in. The next chord is an E major 7, so again, we just shift our pinky finger down 1 fret. Like that, keeping everything else where it is. Then we're going to go to a C sharp minor chord, so index finger on the 4th fret of the 5th string, ring and pinky fingers on the 6th frets of the 4th and 3rd string, and we're just going to let our 2nd and 1st strings ring open as well. You can play from the 5th string onwards. You're going to play that for 2 bars of music. Our final chord is a G sharp minor flat 6, so just move your ring and pinky finger up to the 6th frets of the 5th and 4th string. Index finger goes on the 4th fret of the 3rd string and let the 2nd and 1st strings ring open again. Now if you can, reach your thumb over the top to hit the 4th fret of the 6th string. But that's not entirely necessary, and you can just strum from the 5th string onwards if you wanted. That's going to be played for 2 bars of music as well. So the chorus in total will just sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's everything for the chorus, which is also used for the outro. Okay, so that's everything taught in standard tuning, but if you want to play it the way that NOAH KAHAN plays it, and I've watched numerous live videos of him playing this, I believe he actually detunes one of his strings to play this. So take your capo off, and our G string is going to go down in pitch until it is an E note. So that's 3 semitones down. So once your G string goes down to an E string, then you can put your capo back onto the 4th fret. Okay, so now we're in Noah's tuning. Here are the chord shapes that he plays for the chorus. He plays his A sus2 like this. So it's a bit of a power chord shape. Index finger on the 5th fret of the 6th string, ring finger on the 7th fret of the 5th string. It's important not to let the 4th string ring out. So I use my free middle finger here to lightly touch the 4th string so that if I strum it, that note's not going to ring out. But all the other strings, the 3rd, 2nd and 1st string, can ring out. Alright, so that's A sus2. We're going to play that for 1 strumming pattern. And then we shift our ring finger down 1 fret. This is A sus2 sharp 11. And then we go to an E5. So just move your ring finger back up 1 fret and lift your index finger. Again, you want the 4th string muted, so just lightly touch it with your middle finger. 1 strumming pattern here. And then we're going to an E5 over D sharp. So we're going to shift our ring finger back down 1 fret, so 6th fret of the 5th string. Keep that 4th string muted again. We're also not hitting the 6th string here, so leave that muted. You do that with your thumb or your index finger. So this is E5 over D sharp. Play that for 1 bar. Then we have a C sharp minor 7. So index finger on the 4th fret of the 5th string, ring finger on the 6th fret of the 4th string. We're not playing the 6th string here. We've got 2 bars of this. And then G sharp minor flat 13. So move this exact shape up to the 6th and 5th strings and mute the 4th string. So those are the chord shapes that Noah uses when he plays this live. All together, it will sound like this. Again, whether you're playing this in standard tuning or the tuning that NOAH uses, the intro and the verses are identical. So nothing changes about them, it's just the chorus shapes which slightly differ. So now I'll be doing 2 playthroughs of the song. The first playthrough will be the standard tuning version, and the second playthrough will be how I believe NOAH KAHAN plays this live. Again, as I mentioned earlier in this lesson, for both methods, what you play in the verse and the intro are identical. The only part where things change and the chord shapes change is in the chorus due to the adjusted tuning. A big thanks to my friend Eric for lending his awesome vocals to this playthrough. Feel free to play this back as many times as you'd like to practice, play along to, and see how you go.
Oh, when the weight left the room, did you take a deep breath? I stole a beer, drove home, there was only one left. And I rest on the feeling you're still thinking about that. Wide awake in your room, just seething about that. When I make my flight, I'm the devil. But when I stay the night, then we drink. And we stay up and fight about the childhood lie that we both had the courage to leave. I'm willing and able. If you wanna kick this rock around, if you've got a bone to pick with me, if you've got a flame ready in the ground, I'll stay here till the morning. Oh, we can fight like we used to fight, gonna live red-faced and teary-eyed. Under the glow of the TV light, I'll be willing and able. Look at you leaving again, it's all I know how to do. Go ahead, take the last of the drinks, the world belongs to you. They all say you're a light, all I see is a shadow. It'll see you again in 6 months, when you need your next song. 'Cause if I call you out, I'm an asshole. But I tell the truth when I drink. So come home, let's fight about the childhood lie. We don't care what the other one thinks. I'm willing and able. If you wanna kick this rock around, if you've got a bone to pick with me, if you've got a flame planted in the ground, I'll stay here till the morning. just seething about that. When I make my flight, I'm the devil. But when I stay the night, then we drink. And we stay up and fight about the childhood lie that we both had the courage to leave. I'm willing and able. If you wanna kick this rock around, if you've got a bowl to pick, if you've got a flame planted in the ground, I'll stay here till the morning. Oh, we can fight like we used to fight, gonna live red-faced and teary-eyed. Under the glow of a TV light, I'll be willing and able. Look at you leaving again, it's all I know how to do. Go ahead, take the last of the drinks, the world belongs to you. They all say you're a light, all I see is a shadow. And I'll see you again in 6 months, but you need your next song. 'Cause if I call you out, I'm an asshole. But I tell the truth when I drink. So come home, let's fight about the childhood lie. We don't care what the other one thinks. I'm willing and able. If you wanna kick this rock around, if you've got a bowl to pick, if you've got a flame planted in the ground, I'll stay here till the morning. Oh, we can fight like we used to fight, gonna live red-faced and teary-eyed. Under the glow of a TV light, oh, I wish you could know me. And I wish I could know you much more sometimes. Wish I could do nothing with you. Sit in the arm while the day dies, leave it all on the table. And I'll say I love you and mean it this time. Say I'm sorry for everything else. If we found a way to the other side, I'd be willing and able. 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 If you're willing and able.
Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this lesson, then I know you'll absolutely love these other lessons here. Now, if fingerpicking still feels a bit clunky or inconsistent, then check out my free Fingerpicking Foundations mini course. It walks you through 3 beginner-friendly exercises to build control and confidence. You can grab that by clicking below. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next video.